It's definitely a skill that some people have, is just being able to walk into a space and imagine the possibilities of all the things that it could be. My name is Patricia Algara, and I am a landscape designer. I work on creating fun spaces for children, for all beings, but especially focusing on children and pollinators. The architect does the building, the structure, and then we do everything that is outside of that. So it could be streets, it could be parks, plazas, schoolyards, green roofs, gardens. Felton is a really cute little town in the Santa Cruz Mountains. It's an area that is really surrounded by redwoods. It's super beautiful. So the Felton Library project is a pretty exciting project because it has a lot of involvement from the community. They found a site to build a new library, they got the funds, and adjacent to that is a creek. The idea with this park is that it is an extension of the library, an outdoor learning space, and an opportunity to teach kids about the watershed, the habitat, and the environment in which they live.
Is there any chance we could have any redwoods in here?
It's really important to hear what it is that people who are going to be occupying that space need and work with that. Thank you so much to all of you for coming. This is very exciting. So I'm going to tell you about what landscape architecture is in the design process, and you are going to design a place for children. Let's see. The workshop was all about the design process. We had a specific project for the day. They had to design a mini golf course. Then we sent them off to take their idea, draw it into a 2D, and then take that drawing into a 3D model. This is how design happens. You have this great idea, but then you have to figure out how to build it. I like encouraging kids to be creative.
You get 10 shots.
Maybe one of those kids will pursue a creative field. I feel like it's part of giving back. I definitely think that they're more liberated from reality. I think they're able to think more outside the box. You know, like rings of fire, and we can't do that in a public space. I love bees, so I want to help them. They have been in my life for about 9 years now. We started an urban farm in Berkeley. At the beginning, it was more of a hobby. This is great, there's tons of honey in here. Sweet. I'm only gonna take a little bit, babies. So I had been keeping the bees at the garden for a couple of years. And then one day I got stung pretty severely, maybe about 40 stings. And it caused a pretty severe reaction. I was covered in hives, I was sweating. I lost my vision, everything became white, I purged like crazy. It was intense. I was like, oh, maybe I should call 911, maybe I should go to the hospital, maybe this is really bad. And it was this moment of hearing the bees say, no, we're healing you, like just let it go, let it all go. After that, I felt so much better. I felt like just really filled with energy. I had been suffering with endometriosis since I was 18 years old. Been going to the emergency room and just in a lot of agonizing pain. And since that happened, the pain went away, which was really incredible. So it kind of got me looking into bee medicine and what the bee venom does and the benefits of that. And I also felt just a much stronger commitment to the bees because I felt like they helped me heal. So my commitment to them now is to create spaces that are really healthy for them, create habitats in which they have year-round sources of food, and educate people about the importance of bees. More and more, the agricultural fields outside cities are monocultures that don't provide any habitat. So I think that cities need to become a healthy sanctuary for pollinators. There's the queen. The big one, yeah, that's the queen right there. It's been a deepening in the commitment from both sides. Thank you so much for sharing. And has transformed how I work, how I look at things, and always making sure that habitats for pollinators are included in the spaces that we create. It is definitely nice that you're back here and it's just nature. I mean, you do see part of the library, but the Felton Library Park, it is different because typically most of the projects that I do are within the built environment where there already is a lot of concrete, a lot of asphalt, and we are removing that to create little spaces of nature. And this project is the opposite. It's all nature, and what we're trying to do is carve little spaces for humans to come in and have that interaction with nature without damaging the existing environment. So this is where the pollinator garden is going to go. I like that at the end of a project, there's something that's going to have a long-term effect for a lot of people.
Make it round.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Huh? Children can come up to the water and touch the water and see what grows in that area. There's frogs, there's salamanders, there's different insects. So I think it's a really beautiful opportunity to expose kids to that and have them learn from a young age the importance of keeping their water safe and clean and running free, and hopefully it's a model for other parks.